burst going into your ultimate. Here being Crescent Sweep, very, very cheap, only 77 or 75 ultimate to cast. I still was using Power of the Light. A lot of people say this ability is nerfed to the ground, not viable. I found it to be decent, I guess. It was hitting people for me with this setup it was on average about 6 to 10k, which is pretty good. And I think the max that I was able to get in Cyrodiil was I think I hit someone couple like 14 to like 18Ks or no 16K. So anyways, let me show you the setup here. Um, as always, Balorg on these type of builds with uh, 3 heavy, reinforced, went with 3 medium, divines, and then the 1 light sash. We do have 4 divines because we do have rally and cry to help pump up our Shadow Mundus, which we'll get to that in a second. We do have mechanical acuity axes on the front bar, charge, shock, Nernhone, disease, Markin, 1 swift, infused weapon. On this build here with Rally and Cry backbar, Ice Staff, went with defending, you can go powered, weapon damage, get that light attack into your bar swap to get that huge increase in weapon spell damage for 5 seconds. Uh, so uh, the recovery on this build, set up like this, is pretty rough, but you're going to absolutely destroy people when you get your acuity up with Khajiit, Khajiit, Shadow Mundus. We are stage 3 Vamp. I do have Smoked Bear Haunch here. I just don't have any on this character at the moment. I was playing with 44 health and then 20 stam. I really think you just got to be 35k health in that area right now in this game, especially for solo play, and especially for Templar. For some reason, this class, I guess it doesn't feel squishy, but it doesn't feel as survivable as my Sork, my Warden, the Arcanist, Nightblade. Uh, but the survival felt good once I hit 30. When I started playing, I was at 32k health. I went to 35, and it felt like night and day for me. Just enough time to not get bursted and then get your healing back going up and going on. So, wish I had some smoked bear haunch on me to pop that. I think I do. Actually, in here, so grab that. Withdraw. Maybe it's this one. Sorry about this, guys. Withdraw. I don't have any on me. Anyways, okay. So smoked bear haunch. I use this character for just a daily dungeon. So let's look into the CP here. Duelist rebuff, Master at Arms is going to be much better than Deadly Aim. Fighting Finesse for more crit damage. Again, Acuity, Shadow Mundus, Khajiit. Focus Mending to just increase that healing that you're going to need out there in PvP. Um, Relentlessness is kind of a flex spot here for you, as you don't necessarily need to run Pain's Refuge, as you have the massive best cleanse in the game on a Templar. So Survival Instincts, of course, Sustained by Suffering, uh, and Celerity. Relentlessness is pretty good. You could also go with, if you wanted some more health or put in more stam, you can even go with that. Or Slippery actually is very beneficial. So any of those, kind of a flex spot here with not having to run Pain's Refuge with your cleanse here. But Pain's Refuge is still very good. Again, this isn't going to get every negative effect off of you in Cyrodiil. Um, so, with that being said, um, let me explain just a little bit about this setup. There are definitely different ways to cut this. This was by far the best setup for nuking people, especially with Acuity up and hitting that Eye of Storm. But you can definitely cut this a bunch of different ways. So another thing you can do if you're not feeling like a Khajiit Shadow Mundus setup, um, speaking of that with Khajiit Shadow, you don't necessarily need Camo Hunter. You can put Jesus Beam there, without a doubt. But I just kept Camo Hunter on. I was able to finish people off with just my abilities and not needing Jesus Beam. But you could do that if you want. But then other ways to kind of cut this up a bit is Wretch Vitality backbar felt incredibly good on Templar. All you do to proc Wretch Vitality is just this right here. It's going to proc both for 15 seconds. Um, Another great set is Clever Alchemist. Clever Alchemist is going to give you that more health too, so you could stack, not have to put 44 in there. Um, So Clever Alchemist is great front or back bar. You could do like Clever back, rallying front, vice versa. Rush Vitality, Acuity. You can do Death Dealers here to get more health. I just prefer running Markin over Death Dealers usually because Death Dealers really annoys me in Cyrodiil. It constantly keeps you stuck in combat and the noise of it going off as it's really annoying. But DDF probably a better fit here than Markin if you don't mind dealing with that, being stuck in combat all the time. So that being said, Templar is really great in group play. Obviously, you do give the minor sorcery to your teammates, and if you do have Olorime, you can run that back bar instead of Rallying Cry and have somebody else in your group run Rallying Cry for playing with other people. Olorime giving major courage to everybody in your team pretty much. Templar is probably the easiest class to use that as. This ability here are going to proc that Olorime for you. Other sets again, so Clever, Acuity, Rallying, Wretch Vitality, Olorime. I know some people have ran Deadly, I don't prefer it. So that's what I've experienced with Templar. Overall, it felt good. It didn't feel terrible. I didn't feel like I was at a huge disadvantage. I felt like my single target pressure was plenty to kill most people out in Cyrodiil with Acuity up on the Khajiit Shadow Mundus setup. And one of the beautiful things about Templar, you could always run Dawnbreaker here, but with Crescent Sweep being so cheap, only 75, this ability is ready pretty much every single time your Acuity is ready. So you're constantly acuting alt dumping onto your targets. Like you don't have to wait, like on a like Warden, for example, like a Northern Storm, or if you were going to use Eye of Storm, you're going to have to kind of play around with your Acuity timing and wait and be patient. This ability here being so cheap, I mean, you just constantly just run in, hit your targets, try to nuke them as fast as possible with Acuity, get the job done or don't get it done. Okay, bar swap back bar, reposition. 20 seconds goes by. Your ultimate's already back, and you're back on offense again. So just non-stop attacking, and you can do that again with Clever Alchemist lasting 20 seconds. So every time your Clever Alchemist is ready, your ultimate is always going to be ready for you to just constantly be on the aggressiveness DPS side. So hope that helped you guys a little bit with Templar. A little Templar knowledge. I know a lot of people don't think it's very good right now, but it felt fine for me, and it feels really good with a partner too. Templar is still one of the best classes to play in group play. It's up there with Warden, Nightblade being probably the three best. I'm not sure about the Arcanist yet. I haven't seen too much of it in group play, but I don't think it's going to be. Unless you have more than 3+ people, then you can toss it in for fun. So yeah, hope you guys enjoyed the video. Have a great day, great night, whatever it is. Appreciate you stopping by and watching the video. Thanks, y'all.